Chair recognizes Representative McLaurin for an invite resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I took office and shortly after I took office, I had a number of conversations with colleagues in this House about my predecessor, and they always started with the phrase, "You've got big shoes to fill." Big shoes. It was a phrase I heard over and over again. And I don't think it was a reference to literal size, but I think it was a reference to the character of a man who served in this House with distinction for many years, and who left a legacy behind that is worth honoring, not simply for his time in the chamber, but for his time outside the chamber as well. I'm going to very briefly highlight for this House a couple things about Chairman Wendell Willard, which feels a little bit like trying to give a Capitol tour to the Speaker. But I first want to recognize Wendell's wife, Vicki, who is here today with him. And also his longtime associate, Tony, and his nephew, Jack, are here with us today. Wendell, if you'll forgive my freshman mistake of calling him that, is a lifelong public servant, a practicing attorney for 50 years. He's been given a Lifetime Achievement Award by the State Bar, and he helped found his home of Sandy Springs, where he served as its first city attorney. And I'll just be clear, a lot of people participated in that process, but Wendell really did it. He is the one who made it happen. The reason I'm particularly honored to follow Chairman Willard has to do with his perspective, his approach to public service, and this is where I thank Vicki for giving me some insight and some thoughts. There's a place larger than partisanship, and members of this House travel to this place quite a bit, though obviously at not every moment of the day. And when I took this job, nothing delighted me more than hearing from pretty much everybody, the keeper of that place. That's the way he lives and serves. He doesn't need credit. As Speaker Pro Tem Jones once said in her remarks to the House, he's always been willing to carry a heavy load, never doing the sexy work, just doing the tough behind-the-scenes work so important to the people of Georgia. Georgia attorney and author Bob Steed described him as full of grit, gristle, and determination. I think we would all be lucky to have a legacy like his, and I know that I will aspire to such a legacy myself, but I'll be honored if I even come close. So without further ado, I'd like to present to you your former colleague and our friend, Chairman Wendell Willard.
Well, that's a very kind thing. I wasn't really knowing what was going on with the idea of bringing a former legislator down here to see you, but I'm glad to come back. It's been a strange year without having the opportunity to get up every morning at 6 o'clock and start my trek down here. Speaker said, come on down, says this place is run amok. Need to have somebody address them and tell them what decorum's about. Not being serious at that point, but I want to thank everyone for the many years I spent here. It's been a great road to have traveled, great to have had so many friends. As people ask me as I come in today, say, you miss the place? I said, I miss my friends. I don't miss the work. But I do have so many people I've enjoyed serving with, working with over the years. It's a great institution and a great fraternity of legislators that we have here. I want to stop for a moment and thank Vicki, my lovely bride, for all the support she gave, which I could not have done without her support, or Tony. Tony's the lady in my office who took care of everything, from soup to nuts, I say, or whatever had to be done and has been done for years for me. And Tony, I'm so grateful for you and all that you provided to me as support. And behind here, we got a mayor that no one's ever recognized, he's hiding. Mayor Rusty Paul, who used to also be a senator from our area and is mayor of the city of Sandy Springs. And I had a great opportunity for 11 and a half years to be the city attorney for Sandy Springs and enjoy that with and the gratitude I have for all the fine people there. Well, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to take any more time. Y'all got some busy things to do on your calendar, and I just wanted to say hello and thank everybody for all the support and friendships that we've had through the years, and it's going to continue. Thank you, John. Well, I still do it.